eya na wudi ugidie no aba beka ye de ho se ne betumi abɔ mpaye edi mpaye atiemu ama osoro etumi atimi no mienu ende esane ewo ye dada setane abrabo aye bɔ no emu woni mobi oyade woni mobi anadwuma sam atete apansam nyoma enkoye ewo na abrabo mu dia eya Apam Global Church asafo ne nko a ena mekanfo ede ama wo pese wutu kwan nyema bi aye komisi komsa ukogina wo pe ye hu din ye hu pepa nyema bi ikoso abrabo di mu watena se agye ho a wo obo enje so ahanko no metumi akanfo ede ama wo kan ne hye no se kwesi de bia no nkanya nsum so ekoso first service second service first service no fear say wo bra no nson abo anapa akwakopem eye 9:30 the second service so 8 ahye so ede ama wo 11:30 ne de osom no akwakogu yawa de bia so ye hye osom na so wo bra no nson abo 11:30 ne de osom no akwakogu eye nipa ho adwuma ene ye ntie to de bia na time no na apa fa ho ni nyina no eye menu mienu ye ene sane ye beko yenim ewa abrabo na ye bɔ no emu ne sa yo nti hwehwat na ye chiri kwan ewo so chem rescue point wo fechichi ne bencheye ena wo ba wonyira kra eno an sa wo foka bepie mu wonka mpompo ni mantem ha ehyen bia obafu bia no aka chemate ni se ukoso otu unnim eni ti wo siw pe ewo rescue point a na afei block factory bi ewo ho akwada no bia obehunu no obekire wo Apam echira kwan na ade baako bi ewo ho ene se sisi an mpa ebo aba ye bom pa ye ne papa di mpa ye se wuntumi ensode a eya ade a eye prayer line awodro ekoso ewo fidue mu ha biribi ikoso wonte ase mpa ebo nko a ene betumi eyi ejiri sa Jericho afosuodo edi efiri wa brabo mu ne sa yonti number mede ba betu ejan enidiem ne obuo kwanso na wafa na wafrem penifo ene won edinsa wo so eye 0249669993 0249669993 and 0540378282 0540378282 na ni mpedifo acheche enkomo yenhye ensemo a edi kase mu akotene Ghana mampani akasa edi afa PTA hu ochiremu se yensanso enfamra
sa enso na yankase ni tuase na no Wednesday no na mofra no ehye omubi si no ase ensem bebre na mpedifo na abomu ewo omo asweye
Osofo shapa die ensem esusu de atu edwa ochiremu se aban aba besen kono fa nkrofo bi ewo eye aban dwuma mu eni nti wonate komti eye nhwehwemu
yede ni ebetwemu a Ghana mampani ase yede asema woka nyina ene se ye 24-hour economy no 1st July obebie mu
yade ni bawa hochiremu ewo eye kroba kubi eso na hona ba beto eja se akoda wedi dumiensa enkrofo bi age ne nkwan edi efire ne nsa
ene nanu nsu a etoye no edi aye akoda ketua bi a wanka bi anhyem ede ne ko asanso asese enema bebre
we ni ensam ahodo se mufa bomodin aso ne so krogen edi ama meniminu aba se yemba ne yemekenkan emfa ema eye kechire ne yede aboyen eni ti ebre no so yebesane nyina mu edi amamo akenkan fo no me nana ama Fordjour mene
ke chire nua nana ya Sikapa
me ba cho ye ho mesumbra ne ba ensam ne be kenkan edi amamo
Yama wakwaba na yana wasese oje penie ema yetwa ye husima eba ye bowra nsem nimu edia Ghana mampani ede esembi atudwane sema wakanyina ene se Ghana for yeto ne so aba na afei no yede adwuma kase ehye de sa bosha wo hye ye no so no bebre na ene wadi so afei enso 24-hour economy no wode to Ghana for nyina enim se obebo modia na ode abase na ebetimi aboa na Ghana mebunu no anya adwuma ye na afei so yanya sika ede atoye botom eno nti Ghana mampani echiremu se echese abrewa ayipuma kwan mu obade ye adoma bosomye ebesi mu no efa edi kan eye 1st July obebie 24-hour economy no atumu.
Subventions are not promises, they are policy realities designed to make Ghana's horticulture investment ready, inclusive, and globally competitive. We're also implementing a game-changing strategy, the 24-hour economy initiative, to unlock Ghana's productive potential across all sectors. And I'm pleased to announce that on July 1st, the 24-hour initiative policy will be ready to go into operation. This policy will provide the framework for continuous production, processing, and logistics in horticulture. It allows perishable goods like pineapples, mangoes, chilies, and herbs to move swiftly from the field to ports to international shelves, minimizing losses and maximizing value. And I'm pleased to inform you that the Ministry of Trade and Agribusiness and Industry and the Ministry of Transport are working together with the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Shippers Council, and other stakeholders to soon declare the Tema and Takoradi ports as 24-hour ports. It will not only be about working longer hours, it will be about building the infrastructure, the energy, the security, the transport, and the digital platforms that enable round-the-clock agro-industrial activity. It is a strategy of hope rooted in efficiency and scale.
Ghana Mampeni's Excellency Ora John Dramani Mahama Nsroma Oditu Simpie Soro. Openi no Nsroma Kasa e de achire mu se. Ade ekua adwumedi ayedi e wo mangana asono. Obegina so na ode aboama yesika nsensebe no etumi enya nentu egina so.
Culture, especially horticulture, is not an afterthought. It is central to our vision of national economic transformation and reconstruction. With year-round sunshine, fertile soils, waters, and hard-working farmers, Ghana is already a global leader in yam exports and a growing force in tropical fruits and vegetables. But potential must give way to performance. Hope must yield results. We must move from smallholder survival to value addition, international competitiveness, and youth-driven enterprise. If you've traveled across this country from Keita to Komenda, from Techiman to Tamale, you will have seen what I've seen, that is the silent labor of our farmers, cooperatives, our mothers hunched over tomato beds, and young people innovating with very little support. Yet, many cannot access cold storage or find fair markets, and a single field season can erase years, many years of effort. This is not merely a technical challenge, it is a moral imperative. And we must ask ourselves, can a nation prosper if the very hands that feed it remain its most neglected? Our answer today through this expo and our policies is a resounding no. In line with this renewed commitment, I'm pleased to reaffirm our government's flagship program, Feed Ghana, from 2025 to 2028, which operationalizes the broader Agriculture for Economic Transformation agenda. Feed Ghana is a bold response to rural unemployment, food insecurity, and overdependence on imports. For the horticultural sector, this includes the Vegetable Development Project, which has been christened Yeridua we're planting.
Yaguswa ejinemu ene yeko ensem fufuro mu dia. Na no Wednesday no na ye mofra no yenuanom ya die nyina wono mo etena se e was a would 3 years e ko school na eja would 1 week abomodin atro bi si no akwanim se ne be ye obade be ye wadom na ho no ene adi be hu ne se uko school no oyade anase wanyade ne sayo enti na osomafo a wo hye eye Ghana education minister Haruna Idrisu ebomodian kokopie mu wo bono East region na one empanifo no ene amofra no ne empanifo wo hono mu na kasa openi no etrense mu se.
It's an important milestone of your academic journey and your academic life. I want all of you to say something in your heart that I'm booking my place at the Free Senior High School beginning today. You can do it with confidence. You prepare for this day. Consider exam as a normal process. You are only to put your knowledge skills acquired over the period to test. So you should not look as if you did not prepare for this day. You did. With confidence, be calm, be dedicated, be focused. Who want to be the first to read the exam room? Make sure you read, you understand, you answer the question to the best of your ability. But more importantly, integrity. Any student engaged in any act of exam malpractice, you will lose your future and even your dignity as a person. You can succeed with honesty and have faith in your ability to succeed with honesty. You represent the future, the wealth, and the health of our country. Today marks a good beginning for you to secure that future. We are very confident you all make it, and we trust you all will make it. Be confident and be focused and calm. Best wishes and the best in the BECU exams. I'm told that about 603
Yampem so na yemfa yeni entremu ewo eye nsɛmfoforo emudia yenina yenim se asɛmu edia de yenimu dada eye mrahwebedwani a ono no eginemu ewa akotia eye owura NS Kumi ne ho nsɛnsɛm bia epagya ye ede ebaaye se ye kokoto aba December bosumi afia babesen ekodo openinu ehuri din kanma abato komisa ebo ni din se owura NS Kumi na edi kan ti ono na kwakoye mrahwebedwani ewa akotia empanifo ana nipo ni gina no ebo anjo so ose osanko no na ne edi nkunim edi chope otebiri asab no ede kodan eye kofo video high court se empanifo betumi achi openi no dibre ne yede ama na asensan ne yede ama no nenso ni nyina no omode boso a nya de a ekoye ema openi no ade okọ nanim ana okọ so eye mrahwebedwani ewo ho eno so enam so ama wo eye court etonsa ede fre ora NS Kumi se openi no emra na se ne yekwa akosori mpenifo ino momu enko register no kra ni din ewom na ye nsori ni inma ne mbe mrahwebedwani openi ni bu court mbra no eso eni nti no contempt ache no eno enanam so na jese nasem ne da so wo court o ansa na court for ne de contempt no chido eno no enam so mendra da eye court supreme court no kwa setena a lawyers for me ensa ana judge for me ensa ne tena ensem no eso enko wiembra no ade contempt of court no yachen de asensan na fe nasem no de eda so e wo mpedifo chire mu se obekoso akwakodi nasem ne wo contempt ne de wono eyi efri no so.
There was one on contempt, which through Makun, the applicant, Honorable NS Kumi, filed a certiorari application to have the contempt and the conviction by the Confederation Court quashed. You remember that, right? So, by decision of 4-1 today, the Supreme Court has agreed with Counsel Makun and said that the contempt application, its hearing, and the subsequent conviction on it all has been quashed. So as we speak right now, Honorable NS Yakumi remains the MP, the elected and valid MP of the good people of Akita. Thank you. And on the second issue was the matter of the petition itself. On that, the court said that the judge, the learned trial high court judge in Kofredia, can no longer sit on that matter because his conduct has shown that he should not be allowed to continue sitting on the matter. So even though we may go back to Kofredia, but he won't be the judge to sit on the substantive matter. Thank you. But our main contention at the Supreme Court was that the contempt, its hearing, it's the conviction subsequent to the contempt, the sentencing. If you remember, there were even attempts to have NS Kumi arrested, Honorable MP. All has been quashed by the Supreme Court. So as we speak right now, Honorable NS Yakumi remains the MP of the good people of Akita. The bench warrant was stayed by the Supreme Court to abide the ruling today. So as at now, at the ruling of the Supreme Court today, no bench warrant exists. So everything has been quashed. He's a free man. He will continue his good work as an MP.
But the question is what their decision is. Essentially, it appears what they told us that they do not agree with the learned trial judge on the way he handled the contempt matter by a majority decision. And so we do not know the reasons behind it. We await what the Supreme Court, the analysis they made with regards to that, and then we will take it from there. But essentially, the decision they have given us, it is clear that they disagreed.
Ye free quarto and seven sonia de ni atremu ewo kumaseman ni mu edia mofra atnasie na o maje penny ese wonu mo ebetro eye BC and social no eye 120,000 and a one more atnase say one more ebebomodia atro BC and social no ne sa yonti ene empenifo ebomodia ewo kopie mu ewo ho ano ne omone mofra no edididi nkomo no mo ekeka omo kase sisi eyidie bibiboni bia enko so openi amoa camel ena ede ensem no etuja
oba masi metro ha nkwada etro nso hwe ni na 9,846 to last year then who akosoro be 5.8 nkwala be 572 and abeka which is very good you hear ma ne be ma femu a ma ewo mu 5,153 what they call percentages are beka say 52% and na me ma ewo mu 4,693 no so 48% na centers are actual examinations 35 and wo kumase metro ha isenia money anantino yako pukuare yako Adventist Senior High School yako Asantemai and yabase wenyako oko Anglican Senior High School ebi ho into all over Masina your centers are spread around prisons so ye GHS ho reformation GHS nkwala num and I register mo HOBC ntini nyina so ye boa wo mo sebe ya mbotumi atwo so be. And so far the Obakumasi Metro has so very bisua ekoso kama boni bia ensi ha.
So far the schools be 30 emu yenwe aha say nkwa omo ha omo try exams na 1,002 nti ye bompa say bibia ankosa de yehwe no no aha na ya say ene da kwaya ba ko ne hododo no nti ene kwaya resabia ena aha so ba ku fi resabia aba ne bompa say ba de be so munya yare no matimi abeka omunya no me kwa oboase no na yehye schools a ewo Ghana ha district no mu defense na ye oboase te me na sasa te mbomba ze ni mechi makumase na eno so kumase so ba me wa he na nke hye schools a di district di kan wo exams man na ba kuma wo gidi se ba kumase
before so much exams as my wishing kola good luck you say parents aboka won kola no ho teacher for ne headmaster for so mo chen kola no ho ade mo so ayade a prepare kola no na me call around so the wo mo answer questions na me gidi say o metimi a pass bebre wa sko ha na no hwe mo a municipal ne de aboa kola no pa ya ye boni say exam si o mo hwe o menya the best of luck eboa ma bibia wo yeye na me gidi say teacher for a chiro mo no eno ana o mo chiro.
Ya pem so na yedieni atremu ewo oman Sikapa time eche Bank of Ghana ewo so na first deputy owo ho na chese governor no so ewo ho ede Dr. Zakari mumuni openi no ede nsem bi atu ejase omode nyoma egugu na kwanso senia ebeboa ma collateral registry ana registration no ehun nsensem no etumi obetumi aka wontoma ede apam mu na aboa ma oman sikasem entotogedo etumi afa ntima pano ifra.
Innovation and collaboration will be key. As we look ahead, our vision for the registry is ambitious. We are investing in advanced technologies, including artificial intelligence, to enhance the system's efficiency, security, and user experience. We are also undertaking policy and regulatory reforms to ensure the legal framework remains agile and responsive to the evolving credit landscape. Furthermore, we will deepen partnerships with institutions such as the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority, DVLA, the Office of the Registrar of Companies, Lands Commission, the International Finance Corporation, and the Swiss State Secretariat for Economic Affairs, SECO. These collaborations will introduce global best practices and technical support to drive further impact. As we mark this 15th year milestone, Let us recommit to the future, a future where access to credit is not a privilege, but a pathway to opportunity for every farmer, every innovator. Let us continue to build a system that works for Ghanaians, a system that is resilient, inclusive, and empowering.
We will intensify our outreach, particularly to rural and underserved communities, and continue to work closely with financial institutions to expand the coverage of the services of the collateral registry. The next chapter of this journey calls for more resilience, creativity, and above all, a shared purpose to build a more inclusive and thriving Ghanaian economy. We have laid a strong foundation, and we are well positioned to continue playing a crucial role in fostering financial inclusion, promoting economic growth, and empowering Ghanaian entrepreneurs for many years to come.
But as we celebrate these achievements, let's also look ahead. The next 5 years are crucial in deepening and expanding the registry. Financial landscape is evolving rapidly, and the collateral registry has an opportunity to adopt and meet these new challenges. This includes embracing digital innovations, expanding outreach to underserved communities, and strengthening partnerships across the financial sector. We at IFC remain committed to this agenda. In Ghana, over the past decade, we've invested over $2 billion, and then over the coming decade, I think it'll be several $billion.
And penny for a can't be say one some any nipa. The sa yonti and I am ofrano and penny for a bomodia enya daje. Ediamo mu say, dear ebeya, and woman will move a tree. Bibia ebede da na kwan mu tote enunti no empani for ebo modian edine omoni etre mu ewo center mofra no etro BEC nsohwe ewo ahafu region na wono mu etre mu ese bibia ededa na kwan
municipal asetifi South District 2025 BEC no mesha se dia gu akwan mu se de be ya eye apo emma na bibia be kofom pa ni se yene ye vigilators na kasa yene supervisors na kasa yene teachers akasa ne heads akasa ana director ako radio so any parents washia parents stakeholders and o makasa afa exams ne ho so bia enkura no timi de o ma ho odin etwra ebebo o man no daache sa kwan so ne obia fa cheap way to succeed. Yeah, fake doctors, fake teachers, fake nurses, and it's going to affect the nation development. If you know Bia Kasa, Ubia be comporting home, Ama exams no, a very successful problem Bia Emma. Yeah, all different. A young cry ebetre, a 1,412. 1,412. A member a 694. And a ma 718. Nature say a man or mabo modern pa a man education course what they compare now her gender parity na as a man or air conkin. Inti nurse district muhano a ma this year air conkin pa na a baboy center high genus a attention center nedia in your records be and na district in your records be a name. Say exams ne ba yenya obi aso obi anyam na mo say start exams ya ye be call rounds no eno na yehu because ubusa obi ampe say okacho say bia we nyim na say we nyim na mo mba exams ya start ne director ene ni mpanifo ene stakeholders DC mo kono na ye gisa records no me say by the end of the exams no na sa records ni nyina yehu ahu wo ma omo adane ana omo fafuru
ene da na ka school for no train so he mami twa mo se me kwakọ he omudimade no ko ene mani anje first na sem kwana ko school a kwa so he sa no mo ko bi buta no buta bus no buta we bana ko me hu sa de ni obi akuta mathematical set na ne pen no ko ma jese nsaba ewo ne so he no mo kwakọ ni Ola si panso mo twa ya no besa no mo hia na ya kasa chiro roba nsa na obi anu so wi school to ko wi ase ba so ko wi ase so ya kasa chiro ya so wi school na ko fa wi ase abo
Be in social ya mufree church no no enam soma ube piemu ewo enkrampuni mantemu ha akra mayor ora Michael Kwapo Alote openino so abomodin akosentes awodo ankoda no etro en social no ebi ochiremu se enkoda no empim num oha enson enu eduo woche enan ena etro.
Praying that God will see them through and they will not disappoint me by achieving 100%. You heard me promising them that if they achieve 100%, I'll try within my capacity of the mayor to get them scholarships. We see there's a lot of security around, and I've spoken to the children that I beg them. They shouldn't listen to any Apam. Apam will not help you. And all my life, I don't listen to what people don't have and they say. The Apam, you don't know what will happen, what you're going to write. You don't know what is in the paper. So listen to your friend, listen to your neighbor that I have an Apam. I've gone to all the schools I've gone to. I beg them. You know, sometimes when we don't understand this, when you beg someone to do something, it easily listens to you. So I've begged them. They shouldn't listen to Apam. So I don't think we'll have any problem with this Apam issue.
5,784 candidates are writing Accra Metro. In that, we have 2,363 boys. Then the girls are 3,421. I was able to go around all the 53 schools. And I've spoken to the student one-on-one. And I told them that getting Apam will not help them because this time what WAEC is doing is that Center A, their questions are different from Center B. So if you think that you have gotten the question first and you send to someone, then you are misleading that person. Secondly, in the same classroom, your question 1 will be different from the next person's question 1. So I told them already that they should not.
Yeah, call SM from Mudia Openi or chairman for a year teachers fund and or the Timbi Atuja Openino Tremu say. Juma Ghana man penny dino neni sopa and say Juma Ghana man penny eka se obebe yeni na bosha wo share you be na to nyom abe mo na Ghana man penny abo modia edine bo share eso enu tu owura kwame esansu etremu se Ghana man penny de Ghana enam ekwantene no ne eso na wo mana mo ese de waya ma Ghana no Ghana fo yeni eso ne pa na won koso wa no nye adwumaden emfam boa Ghana.
Everybody is who he is because of a teacher. And that's why we have to look after our teachers very well, pay them well. I think Canada has set the example that one of the best teaching jobs, one of the best jobs you can have is being a teacher. Here, we tend to underpay our teachers. But with you, as a listening president, and I was happy when they were coming and said, well, let's go and talk to the president. I said, with this president, if he tells you he's going to do something, he will do it. Somebody told them he was going to give them 10,000 houses. They got 0. And I told them, this is a listening president. And Mr. President, as I've told you before, of the 35, 36 million Ghanaians alive, you are the only one who can reset Ghana for us. And I've been talking to the other people on the other side when I put on my political hat that all of us have to make sure democracy works and support you. Because if you fail us, this is a historic opportunity for Ghana to get on the right path. You are the right person. You don't need the voters. You don't need your party. Do the best for Ghana and leave a legacy for us. And with that, I'll say, whatever you tell us, you do. And I'll plead with you, if you give us a liaison person in your office, one of your presidential advisors, so that when we have any problem, the teachers, we can go to him, because you may be too busy and then they'll whisper into your ears. The teachers need that. The teachers are looking after themselves and help them to help themselves so that they don't come begging.
kwan yeshia ewo apam fie na kwasiada no eye 2 service a first service no ehya ase anopa 7 na afesu second service no so ahya ase 9:30 am na se oba ebehia nyame akoa nyame enam no so ema wo enkyerɛkyerɛ a ɛsesa abrabo ene hyebre na afei enam nyame ahoɔden ene ne tumi so ama wate nkwagyasɛm a ɛbɛsesa wo abrabo ɛno nti yɛ hwɛ enim si yɛ no obehia kwasiada bia anopa na afei nso ema wo remfi sɛ obɛjoin ne yɛn prayer line no nyame enhyia wo
Oshafo me da waseso aye Apam TV your family TV na me shrapa ni tumi safro specially eye kwasiada ebe se one me timba be bom na ya sua nyamesompa hunkyerɛkyerɛ a ɛbɛboa ogidie wɔ kristosom mu ɛbɛma ogidie aguro ne awie a ɛbɛgyina so ayɛ mpaebɔ denten a ɛde ayaresa ɔgyeɛ fa ahodie ne adansedie ɛba nipa abrabom yɛkwasiada som yɛato den sɛ ɛyɛ testimony service obi ɔde na mitro bia no ɔnkɔsa ne ɔbaa no ebia ɛna kwasiada a ɛwɔ anim ɛyɛ wo adansedie kwasiada ɛma ne mpa ho blana be share e wo sotium a rescue point unya siwa bisasa e fine Apam TV wo ubowra wa e som kase no e koso kai se e anapa 7 am atakra 11 ni Apam eni e mebo mu nhia mompae no ablabo enye senete
Yes, Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ say oje brema ye try hu esima ebaye na me kai wo say eye Apam Global Outreach Adaroma enti ena nwumrei ye de nwumre no sia kase no ebro ye toa kase no esodia na eye Dr. Omane Boama ojina mrahye bejofie ena woka ensembi etre odi ensembi etudwa wo kire mu say Ghana man pani ade a waye no nani agye ho pa esan say ojina emra so ena ebo modian edi yi eye Chief Justice ene na nkofo mo beye adwuma ede aboa wo no na Ghana man pani ejina article 212 1992 amamra so ena edi yi omo eno nti no ne kwan so a eno no.
Mr. Speaker, in pursuing service efficiency, we relied on the time-tested precedents that has ensured the sustainability of the Fourth Republic. As an illustration, and let me emphasize that Major Generals are released at age 63 and Lieutenant Generals are released at age 65. In 2001, after a change of government, 6 Major Generals and 4 Lieutenant Generals were released from the Ghana Armed Forces with their ages running from 56 to 62. In 2005, there were 7 Major Generals. Mr. Speaker, in this instance, none of them were near their compulsory retiring age of 63 in the Ghana Armed Forces. All of them were released. All of them were released, unlike in our case, where some have been maintained and are serving in valued and enviable capacities presently. It is instructive to note that when all the 7 Major Generals were released in 2005, a Brigadier General was appointed as the Chief of the Defense Staff, 2005. Coincidentally, the Brigadier General and I belong to the same secondary school, Fordjour Secondary School.
And chair and a pedifo a Parent Teachers Association PTA at the Efriho. And no, and I'm so a man Ghana man penny so a Casadia found say a year PTA do and caneno na a need to me bia. A idea air bo or many papa titru any impenny for an hour for wono asɛdeɛ a wɔde bɛma nkɔdaa no akyerɛkyerɛ watenetene wo no yeyi firi mu a ɛnyɛ yie na ɛnam mo sɛ yeyi ade afiri wo nta ma nkɔdaa no tenetene ne nkyerɛkyerɛ no sɛbi akakakra ɛno ɛnam so ama mente me ho ase na mpɛn bebree no ɛba ɛyɛ akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ ne nkɔdaa no ɛso ɛho ɛbɛhia sɛ wɔbɛsan so ɛde aba sɛ ne ɛbɛboa ama awofoɔ do so etumi akyerɛ wɔn no adwen nipa ogyire mu ɛkasa yɛ ɛyɛ titire mu ni a Other Teachers Fund Investment Committee Owura Kwame ɛyɛ apienim ɛkasa sei.
President, this is the most progressive union that we have in this country. And I came with them just to be able to tell you that these are, they say even heaven helps those who help themselves. They give loans to themselves. If you are driving on Independence Avenue, you see Teachers Height. We started by each teacher contributing 1 cedi a month. And for 200,000 people, about 200,000. And now, if the economy of Ghana had behaved properly, and the city was stable, the Teachers Fund would now be worth $2 billion. And now I think they say it's about 4 billion Ghana cedis. Every month they are contributing, so it's there. And occasionally they will need support. For example, for the housing that they are talking about, and I'm grateful that you said every new school building that is built, if there's land around, the teachers using their TF properties can build the housing around it for their teachers and collect rent from it. And when they retire also, we want our teachers to retire into their homes. So at the district level and the countryside, if government can use its powers to acquire land for them as part of building for teachers.
Yaguswa ejene mudia na yeko ensem fufromu Honorable Kote Agbo MC ena ordeneni atremu wo ofanko baby amofra no etro bees and social no na ordinary atremu honom no esema woka nyina ene se bibia deda na akwan mu bibia deda na akwan mu tote metemu wase bia ni ho a akoso wo ho obia etena konyo so boko a wo kire wo twro ne social no na mprempren mu ade ofri ofanko no ena ordinary atremu wo jontai na ehon so center enuti mofra no eguso etro ye bees social no boko opani ede ebo baako ekum enoma mienu o twemu se enema eda na koma so power beye no ebi ene se nkwada no wono adosu yie pa enunti no omuni akonwa se be ombetena so omudi ebesua de afei so be bi su coupon a eda na koma so a opese obomode nsiesie ofanko St. Peter's Anglican School na ensio eto wo hono ma asede sebi edan ne yamo so emofra no etimi adware a etimi koye swimming pool emomu dware wo hono ne ade a wono mu ebreye pa erunti no edan akoma so se ofanko St. Peter's Anglican School yi obomode na wasiesie na afei so de emanani agene se abofra bia ni ho a ode nyinsen ewatwro bi BEC ensohwe no enuti ne wo hyebo se bo a wo hye ewono mu bia no omo behwe na wo mo adiso
nyina baaye obia nso imayo no so obia nso e baaye a how bia ni ho. Then we proceeded to Ofanko St. John's also how bia my so omunyina banechese afiwe no awfo eboayen e da teacher nso eboayen yanti se akwala bi enyima na akwala bi IC na akwala bi IC obia by in prempren yewo Jontai Center uba Ganot municipality urban education sector your challenge be brave. I will do my best say I'm able to solve some of these challenges. Back in classrooms, we lack a lot of classrooms. Then second, almost sanitation issues also a problem. Then also, I did back when Damakuma Suna I'll make sure say you solve a problem among Ofanko St. Peter's Anglican School. Friends, for the past years, in fact, Cosmo Sisiana, Ebeyo, Arehose, Aban SC school, Kama Amom, and we've neglected the structure in Suta, a Fladiscum. In Suta, this equalize in Su, a classroom, and sign almost and for the past friends 8 years, ya jai in Kuala Lumpur, suffer intino. Adia bakwa Damakuma so our president so I support me say me bomodiana me solve Ofanko St. Peter's Anglican School and he say friends say it we are going to build a new structure momo ya be man drains na e wa running na e be kama. Then also friends school hall na ya a flood in Soto e be solve that problem na so that in Soto be one and flood hobby intino adia we na Damakuma so say metimi ahwe.
Dr. Abdul Rashid Pepo eye peninkwantchefo anasofo ohye eye injuma awodo eso na afeido opedino ede atu ejese abatwa ekoso afiaba besin ekodom ade na MPP aban enana ewoso na mpenimfo bomodin di 2 minutes wonsa efa nkrofo de wonkɔhye aban injuma no emu eni nti sane ono akwakoye peninkwantchefo no hyepe die ni injuma awodo esoro wate committee na sa committee no ono ba be yenhwehwemu ahye ekwan a MPP aban ne fa so efa sankrofo do ede wonkɔhye aban injuma no emu.
By the Chief of Staff on behalf of government, an intersectoral committee has been established to investigate, verify, and validate the authenticity or otherwise of appointments in the public sector, which were carried out after 7th December 2024. Mr. Speaker, I wish to reiterate that the committee's work is ongoing, and I will update this August House on the number of Ghanaian youth affected by the termination of appointments when the validation process is complete. We'll first of all want to verify to know the truth of it, how many numbers, and what government can do about it. So it's not like we already have the answers to give right now. One of the issues that we are going to tackle to make sure we put a stop to this cyclical dismissal of people which started in 2008 and continued, was terminated, stopped by Professor Mills, continued again by Nanado, and then it is taking a cyclical position. So, Mr. Speaker, with the report that will come, I'm going to be one of the people who will say governments will come, but employees must stay in office. Mr. Speaker, so we are just hoping that eventually when the results come, we'll come here to discuss it. I'll call on the House so we can take a position about it.
Central region dia in Subrantamia at all ye nano Wednesday ye kwe chikakra and penny 4 at about 2 just say in Stobremu and a year rano everything one more ever sra wada one more see dying and now once you saw quite a dying war ensure as I say a hono and Monimuya and Kawanman Pako Moniaman no munio musica na and Kamunko baby ever boa woman na a betimi abwa and penny 4 bomoding Eddie and Yama Egu Aquamu and Yana Sawudino, Yakoka Soa Ramsey Saita. Ayamami Oklu Ebomodia Eco Share said ye beya and Yama ebeded an aquam Musani in Siono and Kofa at Orion Chambia Emba. Nana de Diani Etremu Ewo Gomua East Dia na Memomunina Ebusian 4 Woho, our more Mushiro Madiana Shedi. And sure at all no Wednesday ye assess among 4 Niama Amasebi above Fra will come home. Washiren nkwa nsuo no ede ne kwa aye asefem yaya pana omuchire mu a empenifo bomodian ababetu eye gata ewo ho ene omo eye campaign no omo eba be kan ensem so omo eto abama omo be ye gata ne ade enu nti omo so omo de ose yoyo ema sebeya ahoto ebebe kro ni mu nti no omo eto ma wo mo na omo ye omadwin se omo ye gata no ebesi sa ne amene uka se gata no eda so esi ho no ma eno ensuo to a ema wono ma ewo ekrom ho no omo ho ekire omo pa enti omo de esu eto Ghana ban enim se omo modi anu ntwenani information wo na omo
kwaso ekwan na wo betwa amana na wo betwa to star community asie ho no yes trawo ekuye haye na nu akra ya na that's one ye umami ni bukotoje epawo chawo enidie mu baye
that's one ye beto aba wo so ba beboa yen wo koyi gata fi baby dia beto ha ye to abaye ya waja ene embre nsi eto ye atwa akwala ba akode ko ye da mu nyina nsi ekwa ye ntimi anda ye sraw amapeni nyina ya Ghana fo be hu ya mobo wate da hwa ye na uma ya bra sky community down da be hwa de nsi ni ye wa ha adru nyame ko aka samobo na eto ye empo atu ye wie ye sraw ni ado ye yawo mu aye ye na gufom papa ba ma ye ne wonim ne hwa ne eto aba ye sraw be hu ya mobo na ye fi ato wantemu wata kese ya wo be ye to ye ye sraw ni ado na nso ne fa ye na nso amfa ye se and then so amre dan yes na wan se fa kwa na gata me dam we MP wo bi se mo we baby so kwa ne dan ti yes wa ba fa ko to fa kwa sa de dan na so anu na uti ba to ha na kuma nya fo ba na be sino anya ta fa kwa uti gata ne bi akwa no wo ba we mo bo se ni se ko le ko ti ma ti na na ti ni sika ni na so de ko nfa na de ba ba bi na bra na be che ye wate yes ni o ma ne
the catch say but shock can say the right thing must be done. The but shock can say the essay because in so can medical can say in so can the insane and as in sino in so nan kasa to nan kasa be no kwan esa fa so say mo do kan ma e han mo han me dey say a roadside say e kan be ka de gata bia on a roadside gata and fo bi fie na me an kwase me botton say no me ina say me ko hwe me so na huma no okuda mamunu makoma enum says and you'll be no from so I can say we see quite no intention to me and come many feel and consume to me and for them. Intention to me pie and for my fee until your bishop and say, be able to repay, Ogo is me at matrimony, I was no dream. And then, so told you, I will go forward after the battle, you'll be able to me life. MPS, Senna, MP, or higher, Senna, in and now come out and the previous after MC may not have also no cost or baha. But I remember MC Nikaho. Now, on the moment, I do not care about you. Sana, now you feel here who are Mobesu Halo, Obey West.
So na yefe ni enchemu ewepoye mantam no emu na chese ebuakwa north municipality na yekopiemu ewo ho a ne aba beto edwa edese achim osiem ena mpenifo ede atu edwa se abemu ebia wenya emfinu dumiensa eyade wetina nanom ewo ensie do enchechemu ni na ne papa ede ema ye ene se abrante no ye friend Richmond K Anthony Dodo din ade fe no eye pa na abrante ne che se endra da na eye jumbosom ne de to so duba ko e wa afi emu e na okra ne papa so kwakote aduane wa bonten wo bra na no nson abo na ofri okote aduane no e ba afie do oba ye no disu e na afi otietem se wo mmoa no wo kohye ya na abrante ne de sikan pan ye di etwitwa no eno no enam so ama awofo etebiri abrante eri kopie mu e wo Hawa Memorial Hospital se aye abrante do enkonkoje ayarehwe nanso a doctors for no editu eja say abrante no aka nchini edi egu na chese wada ne nsa benkum eso eni timpenifo bo modern dia asam no ekwakodan kan achem new Tafo Police Command empenimfo enhihwemu mpenimfo se wono gu eye enhihwemu eso wono enchi obia ewo mu eni nti eni eda so di nsam no echi ne bebia no ye mfa nkame ahwefo ani etiefo na nsamfoforo apie free echire eni se ukopie mu ewo saa impotemu a ade a woni aposifo na nakromanfo ni aposifo no afi su ye papa eni nti wo kyerem se bosumi ababa sin ekola na bosumi a ekono ade a Ghana police mpenimfo bo moden ekoyi operation ewo ho a wono nsa so mbemu a wudro bebrenu asisi a wode won akwa gina kofa video security court a wo ye nhyehyemu ewo wonso
aha na remama ya kwan ne ade enwume no sia kase ni nyina aba na wie ye kodia ne ye da wasese oje bre na otenase ebo modia etnya abokyere etie nsem ni mu nyina entwemu ya beda wase ni ama mu se abrebia no oje ebre ehwe Nsroma Kaseɛbɔ ewo Sar Apam TV beda wase ye pa me pa cho abrebia no eya na ye betena fidi kase so ayebo Apam a global outreach asafo ho dawuro kyerɛ wo se nyame ma eguso a ehia nyame ewieye bremu enti bomodia na wonso efa wani etwemu ewo Fordjour rescue junction na nyame ebeba ne nsaso de aye kwankro bia yare kwankro bia no nyame enam na koa so ama mo nso obede wo ho afri awusua kontonchie bia mu bomodia ne fo ani etwemu Sunday ye de yanimu 7 na yede osom no ahyehye aso gidigidi pa anya fedia grokra ya dwere mo ho enti no ya bomodia aye service no 2 first service no esha CS7 na yede akwakogu 9 na fe 9:30 nyame manso asanso abomu ede ahia na ye bomodia ede akogu 11:30 se ne be ya betimi ne abusua akodi ehyiemu ewo fie hyane nso ese nyame eguso a eye ne ho ne ma ho adwuma onam the missions coach so eye ne ma ho adwuma mesro ebia na wonso ufri agigire ne benchai ene ba mede ahoma beto dwa no afrempanimfo na esanse empaibo eye Christopher yakodie enti na ye prayer line no so ebo honom se abribia obetimi adjoin ni yen se owo adwaso se owo baabia wo bia se wo take am ana se woni abusuan di ehia that is the easiest way obetimi ni nyame album adi nkitahudie ne sa yonti na ye dey prayer line no aba no me pa church ne so se prayer line no abribia ye bia yapono ato ho frempanimfo 0249 669993 and answer 0540 378282 0540378282 now ni nyame ma ede ahia ne abom paye ede adwiri egeneto bi asefo no egina ede amaye na bibia atimi aye kama hyane so Sunday ye behwe anim ye be bom paye ne edi asa chencherenche pa ebi emada mehwe wanim se obeba obade enshow obade ya adoma nyame ya adoma ye be hyanso ahia edi ameje so ka kire nua na ya Sikapa mene
na ama Fordjour
yeda wase se oje bre
Go.